Hi everyone, this is Ariana with the University of Cincinnati Clermont College. Today we're going to talk about rounding numbers and some of the steps that are associated with that. So first let's go ahead and pick a number. Let's do 373. So what's our first step? Well, we need to locate the place to which the number is going to be rounded and then draw a line under that. So why don't we round to the nearest tenth? So I know that this is my ones and that's my tens. So, okay, I'm going to round to the tens place. So that's the 7. Now we're going to look to the digit to the right of the 7 that we underlined to see if it's 5 or more or 4 or less. Okay, so I'm looking at my 3. Well, that is 4 or less, so that means the digit doesn't change. So now I'm going to change all the digits to the right of our underlined 7 to 0. So our new number is 730. Okay, let's practice another one. So we are going to write out another number. Let's do 1,482. Well, we're going to round to the nearest 100. So, we have our ones, our tens. Here is our hundreds. Okay, so I'm going to underline my 4. Then I'm going to look to this 8 and see if it's 5 or more. Well, it is. So that means we're going to round up. So we get 1,500. So everything to the right of that 4 goes to zeros and my 4 becomes a 5. Okay, let's practice another one. So why don't we do something a little bit larger? So let's look at 36,833. Well, we're going to round to the near 1,000. Here is that number. So that's 6. So I'm going to look to this 8 to see if it's 5 or more, and then I can change that 6 to a 7. So let's do that. So we have 37. And let's not forget to make everything to the right of that all zeros. So then we'll have 37,000 even. So why do we do this? We do this so we can take multiple numbers and have them be easier to deal with. So, if we're multiplying 22 by 27 by 37, if we round all of those up, we're working with more manageable numbers to do some quick math. So let's look at one more kind of rounding before we get off. What about front end rounding? So this is great for larger numbers. So let's say we have 572,211. So when we're working with front end, we're working with our first 2 digits. And I'm seeing if I can round that first digit up or down. So let's look over to our 7. Well, that's above 5, so I know I can round that up. So this becomes 600,000. Well, what happens when the number is, let's say it's really big. Let's do 728,498,675. Again, let's focus on these front 2 numbers, and we're seeing if we can round this 7 up to 8. So let's look at our 2. Well, that's less than 4, So in this case, let's round down. So everything to the right of that 7 becomes a 0. So that's how we tackle front end rounding. Thanks for joining me. See you on the next one.